Welcome back to the Prospect Profile, a mini-series we do here within the Atlanta Braves franchise, where we go over top prospects throughout the Braves organization from AA Mississippi up to AAA Gwinnett. Last time we went over the Braves' number 3 overall prospect in Colby Allard, a left-handed pitcher in Mississippi, and this time we're going to be staying in Mississippi, going with his catching partner in Alex Jackson. So, Jackson is an interesting prospect. Like I said, he's a catcher, but he was a left fielder before this season, but also he was a catcher in college. We'll get into that a bit more. He is the Atlanta number 23 overall prospect, so he's not that high up the rankings on the Braves prospect list on MLB.com. He's not really that highly touted anymore. He was, though. He's a 6'2", 250-pound catcher. He's 21 years old. He was drafted 6th overall in 2014 by the Seattle Mariners. Let me say that again. He was drafted 6th overall in 2014. So this guy was a highly touted prospect. He was their top prospect in Seattle. And he was thought to be the best bat in high school coming into that 2014 draft, if not just the best bat in general in that 2014 draft. He was even in conversations to be the number 1 overall pick in 2014. But he went to Seattle. He got drafted 6th overall. They decided to move him to the outfield to see if that would be able to move him up to the big leagues quicker because of his bat. But he made very little progress in the Seattle system. They kind of gave up on him, and they ended up trading him to the Atlanta Braves this past offseason for pitchers Max Povsey, and Rob Whalen. So, I mean, not exactly big names there. That's how much faith, I guess, the Seattle Mariners had in Alex Jackson, and he's definitely someone I have in my plans for the future of this Atlanta Braves franchise. He's currently a 65 overall. He's only a C potential, but he is playing quite well. He's got a 304 average in AA so far, 4 home runs, 24 RBI, and 204 at-bats. So he's hitting quite well. He does have the opportunity to move that C potential up if he keeps playing that well. 65 overall, definitely not awful. And even his attributes right now definitely aren't bad. I mean, I will admit he's not the best defensively behind the plate, but I mean, that could get better. Like I said, he was moved to the outfield in his time in the Seattle organization, but now the Atlanta Braves have moved him back to the catcher spot because they want him to be behind the plate, and they think that's a better track for him to the major leagues than it is in the outfield. And as a prospect, he's rated as a 40 hit, a 50 power, a 45 run, a 55 arm, a 40 field, and a 45 overall. The two best of those being, obviously, his power and his arm. His power is 50, his arm is 55. 45 overall is not too shabby. It's not a top prospect, but I think he could be a bit better than that. I think he's a decent option to be one of the future pieces, maybe like a platoon catcher type player, a good bench, a good bat off the bench to have on our team. And MLB.com has his ETA as 2019, but in this series, I would not be surprised if he's the backup catcher heading into the 2018 campaign next season to start the 2018 campaign. I'm not saying he's going to start in AAA and then work his way up. I'm going to say it wouldn't surprise me if he's going to be the backup catcher to start the 2018 campaign. And with that being said, he's definitely not going to be up this season, even if he does keep performing like this in AA. I want to keep him down in AA to just keep progressing, keep getting ABs down in the minor leagues this season. It's still just him improving the minor leagues. And I mean, even if his progress as a catcher doesn't come along to where we feel comfortable starting him behind the plate, I do feel like him as a corner outfielder, as a left fielder or right fielder, isn't that far of a possibility. Especially since we don't really have a future corner outfielder right now. This guy could insert himself as a corner outfielder in our future at the major league level, but right now he is viewed as a catcher. I'm just saying if that doesn't work and his bat is still, if his bat is major league ready and his catching isn't, we might be able to put him in a corner outfield spot. As far as the MLB player comparison on Alex Jackson goes, I spent a lot of time thinking about who could possibly be a player comparison for this guy, and I just couldn't come up with anything. I was sitting there for probably like an hour. I recorded the original commentary of this, hit pause, and I was like, I'll come back to the player comparison. Couldn't think of anything, and I really still can't. So I'm just kind of saying he's kind of like Stephen Vogt in the aspect that he's a catcher who can hit. Not the best defensively. He's not bad, but he's not the best defensively. He can play the corner outfield positions. kind of Steven vote. I think that's a decent comparison. If you guys have a better one, leave that down in the comments below, because I don't know, really. But with that being said, that's going to wrap things up here for this edition of the Prospect Profile. Alex Jackson, AA catcher. I've been your host, Jersey Born, and I'm saying goodbye.
Yeah, my should I known it from the very start. This girl will leave me with a broken heart. Listen, people, what I'm telling you, I'll keep away from a run around Sue. Yeah, my little lips and a smile on her face.